So here's 3 combos you can land a devastating KO. Nice Muay Thai stance. Everybody gotta find their Muay Thai stance. Sometimes your Muay Thai stance like this. If you're like a little bit light on your feet, some people are a little bit heavier. That's fine. You gotta find yours. If you're heavy, work on being light. But don't try to imitate. For example, if you're 250, don't try to do this. It's not good for business. If you're lighter, if you're like 150, you gotta be able to do something like this, you know? But let's say you're around 185 to 200, you might be doing something like this, you might be a little bit different, you know? Find your style when it comes to what is your most practical Muay Thai stance. Now, let's work on the knee. First, I wanna work on just throwing knee the right way. So I'm here, boom. I'm trying to now figure out what distance I can still land at. First thing I like to do if I'm working on my jab or cross is obviously you gotta throw it correctly, right? You wanna do the right technique, and then I wanna know my distance. What is my furthest connecting distance? So the reason being, it's always better to be on the outside. Now, with the knee, you might actually still be enough. Literally an overhand punch. Throwing a knee is extremely dangerous. Look, there's a lot of gap here. It doesn't matter, you know, when you throw a knee, normally that's motion where your hands go. This one drops, counter balance, and the other one kind of cover here. But you still kind of open. Regardless, my first thing, I'm gonna try to throw a knee with the furthest distance that I can find, just to figure out the maximum range of movement. Boom. Here. Boom. Now, let's work on head knee. This is like boom from like the inside kind of thing, you know? You don't throw this from the outside, that's way too far for head. So when you're here, boom, up, up. Alright. So first step was just finding that knee, finding that angle, finding that range of movement, understanding how to land properly, sometimes with a bag, sometimes without a bag. You're here, because sometimes you're gonna miss. What are you gonna do if you miss? Do you go off balance and get cracked, or do you hit it, come back? You know? Up! 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 So that's your right knee. Now, if I wanted to work on my left knee, well, same theory. You either switch, you know, you don't switch back and forth like this. You switch like that. Different schools of thought. Check with ChatGPT. Well, not really. For me at least, it's something like that. You know, same thing with a kick. You know, it's just a subtle, just resetting my footwork. So here, fuck, boom. So here, fuck, boom. Up, 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 up. I'm masking it with the jab. Boom, jab. Boom. Sometimes you throw a cross. So that would be like a cross. Up. Up. So let's clean that knee. First, we said we're gonna figure out the angle. Then we figure out the power. Up. Out. And third, well, combination together. So here's 3 combos you can land a devastating KO. First, hook. So that hook literally is just to get him to cover up. And then you grab, boom, you hit that knee. So pop, pop. You can grab. If you don't grab, that's fine too. Hook, knee. Hook is a great way to just bring that knee in. Boom, boom. You could hook, fly. Oh, what we're gonna work on today? Boom, hook, boom, knee. To here. Because follow the knee with the elbows. A lot of the elbows get a knee follow up, a lot of knees get an elbow follow up. Reason being, they're from a close distance strikes. Boom, hit that. Boom, 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 boom. That's your first combo. Hook, knee. Now, second combo, we're gonna hit the body and then knee to the head. When you hit someone's body, boom, they cover down. So, boom, as you're getting up, boom, you hit that knee, right? So You hit them, they cover, you come up with that knee to the head because their head is down here. Now we're gonna work on the most deadly one, which is, my friend, is a flying knee. Switch, oh, you hit the knee. And the way I like to mask it with a 1-2. So you hit the 1-2, you seem far, but your main purpose is to switch. Now you hear 1-2. The reason you switch is, when you switch, then this is your power knee. And it's in front because this is gonna swing and that's gonna hit. So here with speed, up, up. So here, up, up. These are 3 deadly knees. Boom! Visual effect with the purple tiger. That's your opponent gonna see when they get knocked off out. If you want to look fly doing Muay Thai, check out X Martial Gear. Well, thank you so much for watching. Yusuf, check out. Peace.